The British knew that it was not easy to defeat Tipu Sultan. That is why they tried to surround the lion with Nizam and Marathas. But Tipu Sultan had that cunningness that was faster than the enemy's thinking, and an army that was always ready to play with death. The year was 1799. 3 Maratha, Nizam and British forces were standing against Tipu Sultan. The enemy was at sea, but every soldier standing on the walls of the fort was saying, "As long as there is breath, the lion's flag will not bow." Then what happened? The Maratha horsemen broke down like lightning. The Nizam's army started to strike at the gates of the fort, and the British were weakening the walls of the fort with their cannonballs. Death was dancing everywhere in the battlefield, and Tipu Sultan was fighting the enemy with all his strength. He fired his rockets, which would go up to 2 kilometers away and scare the enemy. With those rockets, Tipu Sultan created chaos in the enemy. The enemy was terrified, but the treachery destroyed everything. The gate of the fort was open from the inside. The enemy entered and attacked. The Maratha, Nizam and British were attacking from all sides. The war went on for hours. The corpses were piled up. The soil turned red with blood. Now Tipu Sultan was also injured, but Sher-e-Maisur did not leave his sword. Finally, the British bullet pierced his chest. He fell to the ground and said in his last breath, "The life of a lion is better than the life of a donkey for 100 years. And then Sher-e-Maisur was martyred. But the story did not end there. After his death, a big mystery emerged. When the enemy searched the battlefield, they found Tipu Sultan's iron rockets. The British were amazed to see them. Their commander said, "These are arrows of fire. Our cannons are nothing in front of them. They will take the rocket to Britain." And then, the era of new war weapons in Europe began with the rockets of Tipu Sultan. That is, the weapon with which Tipu Sultan shook the enemy. The same weapon was used later in European wars, and the same rocket showed Europe the way to make new weapons. History is witness. The 3 powers killed Tipu Sultan together. Maratha conspiracy, the treachery of the regime, and the British bullets shed their blood. But he was buried in his own blood, from where the spark of freedom rose for the first time in India. Yes, friends, there is no one else to put the first slogan of freedom, but it was the same Sher-e-Maisur Tipu Sultan. If this small glimpse of history has aroused enthusiasm in your heart, then write your words below, and let the bravery of this Sher-e-Maisur reach the whole world.